Go. So everyone, the Super Four stage first game just got ended, and we have got an upset in the form of Bangladesh winning Sri Lanka. It was quite unexpected given the great pedigree Sri Lanka has built over the last 12 to 18 months, but they surprised themselves by losing the game. Even though the match went to the last two balls and everything, Bangladesh was in complete control of the run chase. 169 the target it was. So we have got the panels today in the form of Ayan Chatterjee, Anup कुन्नूर एंड आयुष शेखर क्या लगता है आपको इस मुकाबले के बारे में? मतलब सोचा था आपने कि बांग्लादेश जीतेगा? मतलब वही पहला मुकाबला, क्यों यार एक मैच और जीत जाते हैं तो फाइनल का टिकट पक्का हो गया इनका।
या हेलो एवरीवन। सबसे पहले कोई नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था। न मैं ना आप या जितने लोग बैठे हैं ना उन्होंने एक्सपेक्ट किया होगा कि आज बांग्लादेश जीत सकता है, क्योंकि ये बांग्लादेश की टीम है। मतलब एक तरह से समझ लीजिए कि पाकिस्तान का छोटा वर्जन है। अनप्रिडिक्टेबल ये भी है, कब किसको सरप्राइज कर दे पता नहीं चलता। और जिस तरह से आज उनकी बॉलिंग हुई है, जैसा कि मैंने कहा था इस मैच से पहले कि डिपेंड करता है कि किसके पास कितने वो हैं। यानी स्पिनर भी उनके पास अच्छे हैं, इनके पास भी अच्छे थे, श्रीलंका वालों के पास बैटर्स भी अच्छे थे। लेकिन बैटर्स में ये लोग एक ही दो ही आदमी पर डिपेंड थे, एक तौहीद हृदय और दूसरा लिटन दास। ओपनर से ना उम्मीद के बराबर था इनका। तो टॉस जीतने के बाद जब श्रीलंका ने बैटिंग किया तो बहुत वो लोग एकदम कछुए की चाल चलने लगे। किसी तरह गिरते पड़ते ये लोग 170 के आसपास आए, जबकि 180 भी बनाते तो कुछ बात बनता, अभी लास्ट ओवर तक ये गेम जाता, विकेटें चटकाते। लेकिन ऐसा हुआ नहीं। नतीजा ये निकला कि अब श्रीलंका को मस्ट विन गेम जीतना पड़ेगा अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान और अगेंस्ट इंडिया। और वहीं बांग्लादेश को भी फाइनल खेलना है। तो इंडिया से तो मेरे को तो नहीं लगता कि वो इंडिया को उतना देंगे टक्कर, लेकिन पाकिस्तान को जरूर दे सकते हैं।
Like we can say, the unexpected Asian giant is in the form of Bangladesh. The way they are playing, because Tawhid Hruday scored a good knock, and also the Saif Hassan as well. Everyone was speaking at the perfect time. That partnership, that middle overs phase, they surprisingly left out Rishad Hossain and brought in Mahdi Hassan. It was such a gamble, but that paid off. He took wickets. He was very economical. So Anup sir, like this was a very risky combination, like because Sakhalid Mushtaq, who is the spin bowling coach of Bangladesh, his say would have been completely there that we should drop Rishad and bring in Mehdi Hassan. It was a calculated move and it showed the results. What's your take? Like Bangladesh spin bowling option, that one wicket, that one bowler created a havoc against Sri Lanka, because if the score was around 200 only, 190 to 200, the required run rate would have been 9.5 to 10 runs per over. The entire scenario would have been different.
First of all, the bowling coach is not Satlin Mustad, it's Mustad Ahmed. Let me rectify it. Secondly, let's analyze the match. Bangladesh, yeah, today we could say that they outbatted Sri Lanka. And in bowling, yes, Sri Lanka. Let's start. If we start from the first, let's look at the pitch at the moment. Today's pitch was like a belter of a pitch. Means Dubai mein aisa pitch detna, it was like, oh, what a pitch it was. Because minimum score on this pitch could have been around 180, 185. So ideally, Sri Lanka were around 10 to 15 runs short after their first in. Also, the major difference between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka batting was Bangladesh only had 27 dot balls in their innings. They were rotating the strikes on regular intervals. Sri Lanka, on the other hand, played 47 dot balls. So, if we means like if we bring tennis into cricket, it's like Sri Lanka had more fall shot errors than Bangladesh today. So, like yesterday, as I said, it was 55, 40, 45 chances that the team which will play better will win. So today Bangladesh emerged as a better team and hence they were able to lose to Sri Lanka. Sorry, they were able to beat Sri Lanka. Saying so, whenever you look at the power play scores of Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, no doubt Sri Lanka had 50 plus runs in the power play, but they lost two, three wickets. One of one of Tamil Misara and second one of Pathum Nisanta. Pathum Nisanta started well, but then 21 runs he scored fast, but he got out. Same happened after the power play. Tushar Mendis, he was looking terrorizing on 31, continuing his form from the 74 from last match. But then he faltered to Mahdi Hassan. And overs from 6 to 10. These 4 overs, Sri Lanka scored only around 28 runs. And Bangladesh capitalized on those 4 overs where they scored around 34 to 36 runs. So that was the phase where Bangladesh was over Sri Lanka. 6 to 10 overs. So that's the reason. And certainly Bangladesh maintained their rapport because Tanjiz Hassan, he was out on death previously also to Nuwan Tushara. Same type dismissal bowled on death when they met at Abu Dhabi. Today also he was out on death. So his only score becomes highest score remains 62 versus Afghanistan in the last match. But his partner, Saif Hassan, was came out of syllabus for Bangladesh because श्रीलंका के बॉलर्स ने सारे बांग्लादेश के बैटर्स की टेक्निक और ये स्टडी की होती थी वीडियो एनालिसिस की होती ते लाइक लिटन दास उनका मेन स्टे उसको तैसे आउट करे बाकी सब जेतर अली इन तो सब तो तैसे आउट करे बट सैफ हसन केम आउट ऑफ सिलेबस and he because Bangladesh only introduced you might say the joker in the pack because Bangladesh introduced him only in the match versus Afghanistan where he scored 31 and in previous match versus Sri Lanka Parvez Imam was the opener who got out on death. So Bangladesh made that change and today you see Saif Hassan scored his second half century after 2 years. He came in was slotted into Bangladesh side after 2 years. He scored his second career half and what an impact he had in the power play. Three sixes in the power play. He just took the them away with his hard hitting in the power play. Total for 4 to 5 sixes and 61 runs. And Tawhid Rude today's was a special occasion for him. He was playing his 50th T20 international match. So he made it count and 58 overs. And similarly, Sri Lanka, as usual, their old habit came to haunt them also while batting, losing wickets in cluster. You see in the middle order after Charit Aslanta got out, Charit Aslanta and Dasun Shanata, they had stitched a very beautiful partnership. They were expected to accelerate, but after Charit Aslanta got out, Dunit Welelade Tamindu Mendis, Vanindu Asranda just came and went. They just went, came, hoiked the ball in the air and got out. अननेसेसरी विकेट्स है मतलब मुस्तफिजुर तो अच्छे से खेल रहे थे बट लास्ट ओवर में मुस्तफिजुर तो 2 विकेट ऐसे ही देते चले गए श्रीलंका थैंक्स इट वाज थैंक्स टू the monstrous innings by Dasun Shanata. His 68 runs saved Sri Lanka to this total. Otherwise, Sri Lanka wouldn't have got this total as well. In the end, it was an easy chase for Bangladesh. But that, as usual, we know Bangladesh when it comes near, they come near the chase, they choose to falter sometimes. So today also such things happen. But as they were it was enough for them. The score was too enough for them. They were already tied with Sri Lanka on score, so that 2 wickets of Jetar Ali and Mahdi Hassan didn't hurt them much in the prospect. But yes, now seeing today's match scenario, Bangladesh has won. They have got points on the on the table. Next 2 matches are very important, but most important thing is their next 2 matches are on simultaneous day. There is no gap. Pakistan, Bangladesh is first, and immediately after Pakistan, Bangladesh, they are playing India and Bangladesh on the next day. So, how much fatigue the players will carry? What would be the effect after playing after Pakistan on Bangladeshi players? And how will they be fresh versus India? That would be the big question. And for that to happen, for them to keep India's match out of question or out of equation, they had to beat Pakistan. If somehow they lose to Pakistan, their road to finals become tough because beating India it won't be easy for Bangladesh because India is a team to beat in this competition. Beating India in such rolling form would be not be easy to Bangladesh. So the best chance for Bangladesh to maintain their good run now would be beating Pakistan only. And for Sri Lanka, their match versus Pakistan again becomes the most important match of the tournament. So, because if they don't beat Pakistan, they are out of the tournament. And the last match of Sri Lanka and India becomes inconsequential. But if they beat Pakistan, they would fancy their chances कि ठीक है लास्ट मैच में इंडिया के खिलाफ हम अच्छा खेलते इंडिया तो हारा देंगे which again is would be tough for them with the caliber of Indian team in this competition. But uh, in T20 cricket, anything can happen. But for that, Sri Lanka needs to beat Pakistan. It's a must win game for them at Abu Dhabi now. So, seeing this all scenarios at the moment, uh, in Bangladesh has the upper hand, but really the next two matches would be very tasking for them and would take a heavy toll on them because it is appearing on consecutive days. मतलब उनको रेस्ट लेने का भी टाइम नहीं है. But nevertheless, today they are played out of their skin. They deserve to win, and they had a win versus Sri Lanka. And I won't call this an upset because recently only Bangladesh went to Sri Lanka and won a T20 series versus them. So this is not an upset. And they also have their old rivalry between them, the Nadin dance and that. So today the Nadin dance prevail over the Sri Lankan Lions. That I would like to summarize my review of this.
Yeah, it was quite upset, we can say, in terms of world cricket, but not in the recent times, because Bangladesh has defeated both Sri Lanka and Pakistan in their home conditions, like the T20 series. So, Ayan, like your take on the match, because it wasn't a one-sided one. Bangladesh made multiple comebacks, so did Sri Lanka. But I would say Sri Lanka, they missed a trick by not including Mahesh Theekshana. Dunit Viralage's personal tragedy happened. His performance also wasn't that much great. He shouldn't have been played, I would say, but they went ahead with the same combination and all these things, due to which the other bowlers also suffered. Because what used to happen, they used to play Viralage for an over, the other bowler used to get up to the into the stand. So I don't know what just happened that Jasurya went ahead with a left arm spin bowling option. No doubt, he's also very good batter, Velalage. But this one mistake they made, and also the batting didn't fire. The top order failed. Once their openers got out cheaply inside 40 runs, it was always going to be a lot of trouble. And also we should not forget Dasun Shanaka. He was a 2022 Asia Cup winner as a captain. He only scored runs. It shows that how badly Sri Lanka needs Shanaka now also.
Yes, it was an off day for the Sri Lankans today in this match. I mean, if you look at it from in the batting, Nisanka and Kusal Mendes started well, but as usual, after the openers went, the middle order, which was underperforming once again, didn't perform to their potential. It was left to Dasun Shanaka, as you said, to take them to a competitive score, which I felt was a good score, but I felt 10-15 short on that pitch. And then for biggest positive from me comes from the Bangladesh camp, and that is that they won this game without much contribution from Liton Das. Others have stepped up, like Saif Hassan at the top, Toy Hridoy has stepped up, and then in the end, I think Shamim Hussain hit the winning run. So these two players, Toy Hridoy and Saif Hassan, the two players that stepped up when Liton Das missed out, was a big positive for Bangladesh. And now they are in a good position to make it if they want to make it to the finals, although it will be tough. But for Sri Lanka, it's tougher now because Sri Lanka, after losing this all of a sudden, they now have to play Pakistan on Tuesday in Abu Dhabi and then have to play India on Friday in Dubai. Beating both of them will not be easy by any means right now. And when you're in a must-win situation, the last team you want to face is Pakistan will be very unpredictable when they face Sri Lanka on Tuesday. So the road for Sri Lanka has become tougher. The road for Bangladesh, I won't say it's become easier. What I'll say is that they will have to come back and perform like this, be consistent again, and perform like this again on when I think they're playing back-to-back days against Pakistan and India. So that's going to be a challenge, how the fitness will where they will rotate the squad. I don't know what they will do for that because they're playing on back-to-back days. They're the only team that is playing back-to-back days in the Super Fours. All the other teams are getting at least 1 day rest. So that's going to be a challenge for them. Other than that, they won the first game, which was important, and now they'll try and beat Pakistan, which they can. Pakistan can be beat. They've beaten Pakistan before, very recently in the bilateral series in Bangladesh. So we shall see how it goes. But I felt Bangladesh played the better game. It was a close game, as you said. Bangladesh batted better, they fielded better, and also bowled better than Sri Lanka yesterday. And the better team on the day won. So that was the thing. And in T20 cricket, the better team always wins. I always say that yes, Sri Lanka might have been the favorites coming into this game, but it was only just the favorites. It was a battle of equals, and whoever played better on the day would win. And I also feel the toss played a bit of a factor because I feel when these two teams clash, the team that chases generally wins when these two teams clash. So this time Bangladesh chased, and if you remember in the group game, Sri Lanka were chasing. So that is also another factor to take into consideration. So Bangladesh have started well, and we'll have to see how they go about in the next game when they face. I think they face Pakistan. No, they face India before, and then they play Pakistan. So that is how the schedule goes. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bangladesh
sir.
had not.
Before Ayan should take, I just one take on Liton Das. Liton Das today become the highest T20 scorer for Bangladesh. He overcame Shatib Al Hassan, and secondly, today he didn't contribute much, but his contribution was more vital because when Tanjid Hassan got out on death, the score was 7. From there, he stitched a 53-run important partnership with Saif Hassan in the power play, and he was out on 23. So that 23 was much important in the contest that he of the partnership he stitched with Saif. Not that he has been 50 less Saif and Litton as Ian described, but his contribution was vital. If that partnership had not come at that moment, Bangladesh would have been in the much worse state in the entire match. That partnership was important.
Yeah,
Oh.
partnerships are very key. And Liton Das, he's the only senior player now. There's no other senior batter, not Shakib Rahim or Shakib. There's still uncertainty whether he'll play or not. But Bangladesh gave everyone a reality check that don't underestimate us. We might not be the best version of ourselves still now, but we can surprise everyone. So let's see how it goes ahead. Like the अब तो एशिया कप शुरू हुआ है मैं तो ये कहूँगा because now India versus Pakistan today is the match at Dubai only, same venue. We have to see whether it's a used pitch or different pitch. So let's see how it goes ahead. So thank you everyone. Thank you Ayan, Anup sir, Ayush for joining us. Stay tuned. We will be doing the pre-match analysis of India versus Pakistan as well on the YouTube channel. And to summarize, I would just say one thing. Phil Simmons wasn't happy with the win as well. You must have seen in the broadcaster showed his face. He wasn't happy. That might be because they took it to the very much deep. Like that's the problem with Bangladesh. Huh? They don't have the finishers yet. They have the batters. They have the middle order batters. They had Mahmudullah Riyad, if you remember, but he also wasn't a reliable, consistent finisher. So there are still positives for both the teams. Now Asia Cup Super 4 has begun, so fasten your seat belts. A lot is going to happen because if somehow Bangladesh reaches to the final and India doesn't reach to the final, then it will be breaking news. Still a long way to go, but as of now, so thank you everyone for joining. So we'll be back. Yeah, thank you.